Hello once again, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Deputy Reviews, where we are going to get a bit controversial today. So make sure you put your seatbelt on, strap in, and hang on, because this is going to be a ride. Now, you may be wondering what I'm talking about. Well, it's not that much sort of a what am I talking about, but who. Today we are talking about a Dinesh D'Souza movie, and if you have not figured out by now, or if you have not listened to any of my podcasts, or if you're brand new to Movie Deputy podcasts, Movie Deputy Reviews podcasts, sorry, brain fart this morning, I am the deputy of Movie Deputy. We have a website that all of our content was exclusively on for 8 years, and then we've been transferring over to a podcast-only format. But my biggest thing is when we were on the website, all of my content was neutral. I really tried my best to stay politically neutral on everything. And just with the state of everything, I realized I couldn't do that anymore. So when I switched over to the podcast format, I decided to make it very publicly known that I am a constitutional conservative. I am not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm a registered independent, but I am a conservative at heart. And so Dinesh D'Souza's movies really speak to me in a lot of different ways because they're pointing out things that most people don't know that they don't know. And in doing so, you can imagine who we're talking about today. Today, we are going to be talking about Donald J. Trump. Now, don't go anywhere quite yet because this may be an eye-opener for you. And I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. So just bear with me on that. Dinesh is a very intelligent, very in-depth, very controversial presenter of information because the way he does it, he doesn't do it to try to satisfy a particular audience. He just does it to bring the truth to light. And the whole thing of not knowing what we don't know is a big thing with all of his documentaries, and this one is no different. The title of this movie is actually called Vindicating Trump. Now, that's going to trigger a lot of you. I'm fully aware of that. And other people are probably going to be sitting there and cheering this on. I welcome all of you to just sit back and listen. At least give this a chance to see if this is something that you would want to see or not. Don't base it just based on your own thoughts or feelings of this larger-than-life individual. And don't let the mainstream media that just... It's so frustrating at times. I have to be careful to watch my language because I just want to go on an expletive-laden rant, especially when I get talking about mainstream media. Now, you're probably wondering, before I even get into this, what's the score that I gave this movie? Well, Vindicating Trump, I gave this a 7.5 out of 10 on the deputy scale. I'm also giving this an innocent rating. There is nothing in this that would be inappropriate for a younger audience. Come on, kiddies, behave. If you don't know, I am a proud, crazy cat mom, and I have 7 fuzzy babies. My one fast cat wheels save me from some of my sanity, or they preserve some of my sanity, but my babies are usually in the office with me trying to raise a ruckus, and Quincy and Zaza are both doing that at the moment. So forgive me if I have little interruptions. But with Trump, he is truly a larger-than-life individual, and he has been the center of multiple assassination attempts. Now, you may be thinking, wait, what? You've only heard of the one that happened in Pennsylvania? Seriously? Is that really what the media wants you to believe? Wow. The thing is, I'm not talking necessarily physical assassination attempts. That was the one in Pennsylvania. There was the one on the golf course recently that hasn't made as big of news. But I'm also talking character assassination attempts, where people have attacked him at the base of his character. And those are also assassination attempts because they have changed the public view of this man. Now, at one point, this man was beloved by Hollywood and by everybody else, not because, he sucked up to them and all of this stuff. No, but they just loved his power, his money, his presence. And it wasn't until he started running as a Republican for president that everybody in the mainstream media and in Hollywood and everything else turned against him. They couldn't dig up enough dirt on him. And when they couldn't dig it up, they made it. They invented it. It's just insane. And the same thing happened. It's like the moment that he was sworn in as president on January 20th of 2017. The election was 2016. But the moment that he was sworn in as that, they were already filing impeachment proceedings. Now, I'm not exaggerating this, and they'll go back and look it up. The date that he was sworn in as president, they were already beginning impeachment proceedings. Now, I really wish I was exaggerating on this, but that's not an exaggeration at all. And it has been a witch hunt, or quote-unquote, an assassination attempt on his character ever since. And that's really what this movie delves into. Is this movie really digs deep into that, of just the TDS, the Trump derangement syndrome, and why. And it's showing how the left-wing media kind of looks at things and how the right-wing just, honestly, they've let some of the stuff happen too, because he's not afraid of hurting people's feelings. He is not afraid of being incorrect on political stuff. Politically incorrect is what I mean. He tells it like it is a lot. Does he exaggerate stuff occasionally? Absolutely. But I mean, what good politician doesn't? Or what politician in general? But the thing is, he's not just a politician. He's a businessman. He's not afraid to walk away from the deal. And yes, that's me tapping on my desk. But he is just at the heart of this gangsterization of America. And that was a term in this movie that just really kind of felt just so accurate to what is going on. Now, I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I went to the Vindicating Trump website because a lot of people probably don't even know that this even exists. And I'm going to share with you the synopsis of this movie that is on the website. Now, Dinesh is a very true-to-form filmmaker, so don't worry, nothing I say here will be a spoiler in any way, shape, or form. So just bear with me on this. But this is the synopsis of the movie on the Vindicating Trump website. This film is a journey to discover the real Donald Trump and to make the case for him as a man and as a leader. It begins with a puzzle. How can a man be so intensely loved and hated? Not since Lincoln have we had such a divisive figure on the national scene. The film also considers a danger that Lincoln warned about, the rise in America of a tyrant like Caesar, who would promote lawlessness and subvert the foundations of our constitutional republic. Is Trump such a man? This film shows Trump's meteoric rise to billionaire status and cultural celebrity. Yet, even if Trump is a larger-than-life figure who has the dimensions of a Caesar, he never did anything tyrannical. In fact, Trump's term in office reveals that the real lawlessness comes from Trump's adversaries, who will stop at nothing to defeat him. The film spells out their tactics, from an invented accusation of treason to criminal indictments intended to lock him up for life and even an attempted assassination. The storyline of the film is to show that Trump's enemies, the left and the Democrats, are the real Caesar. They are the ones creating lawlessness at the highest levels of government. They despise Trump because he is the only one who has the power and the will to stop them. The film features interviews with Laura Trump, Trump's daughter-in-law, and co-chair of the Republican National Committee, as well as Alina Habba, Trump's attorney. It also has an in-depth one-on-one interview with Trump himself. Throughout the film, there are entertaining and powerful recreations of war rooms. A media war room, a war room at the Democratic campaign headquarters, and a legal war room where the criminal plots against Trump are hatched. This is Dinesh D'Souza's most urgent and important film. It offers a fresh and eye-opening perspective on the most intriguing and controversial figure in America today. It will inform, amuse, infuriate, engage, and finally motivate Americans of all backgrounds. Now, I can't think of a better way that I even could have described this movie rather than, it's like I normally don't focus on like the movie's own synopses, but this one just summed this up in such a way that I had to share it. Another direct quote from Dinesh about this movie is, "Character assassination, political assassination, legal assassination, an actual assassination attempt. They will try anything to stop Trump, and we cannot let them." I can't word it any better myself, but that's what I'm talking about when I'm mentioning that there have been multiple assassination attempts against this man. Like I said, the media shields you from this. The media thinks that they're providing you the information, and they make you think that they're on your side and that they're giving you the information that you need, when in fact they're crafting a narrative to deceive you about what is really happening. So I implore you to go check this out, to go watch this. Even if you disagree with it, just go experience it. Let yourself at least, let your eyes be opened at least a little bit. Have a conversation with a Trump supporter. You'd be amazed how open and loving and patriotic these people are. We are not these horrible words that people assign to us. I don't even want to repeat them, but we are patriots to the core. The ones that truly stand behind what he stands behind. And that is the love of our country, the love of our people, the love of our nation, the love of our citizens, and the love of our military and everything that they represent, the love of our founding fathers and everything that they founded this country on. I could go on and on and on and on and on, but I am going to cut this short. I want to just reiterate, please check this out. If this is not coming to an area near you, buy the DVD. You can just go to vindicatingtrump.com. I do not get any kickback from Dinesh D'Souza or anything like that for sharing this information. I just simply want to share it with you because it's that important. So if you have made it all the way through to this point, you know which buttons to push. So always get the latest and greatest Movie Deputy content. We are going to bring you everything from the silly and funny to the serious and the important stories like this one. So I hope that you will be engaged enough in this to want to check this out. And if you do, please let me know what you think. I always encourage the feedback. But I will be back soon to talk to you about another movie, and I really hope you check this out. Thank you so much. God bless America. Bye-bye.